Ben, thanks for taking the time to speak to us. If we start with yourself first, it's been 3 games away from the side, an issue with your groin. How's that been to come back from?
Yeah, a good feeling to be back, with the squad. I hate, being not involved and not playing football. I'm not used to being injured, so, I've been itching to get back. So I'm happy that today I could come back. What
was the last few weeks been like then? Has it just been hard work at the training ground to get yourself right?
Yeah, it's been pretty frustrating. I think I had to be quite patient at first and not, rush back in like I probably ideally would have liked to. But, as soon as I got the green light that I could start, getting back on the grass and doing some ball work, it was work as hard as I can, and this was always my target game.
It must be a good feeling for you to be able to come right back in from the start. It's not as if you were eased in from the bench or anything. You played a good proportion of the game. It shows the trust the manager has in you.
Yeah, and obviously that means a lot as well. I think from a personal point of view, that's a bit of progress from, previous seasons, and I back myself to be fit enough to come into these games and still perform and show the level.
You've been sort of gearing up year on year over the past couple of years to this run in the first team. It's probably the most consistent you've been playing in terms of both performance and minutes. That must be a good feeling for you to start being able to put that in and see the results from that.
Yeah, 100%. I think, without bigging myself up, it's probably testament to, being patient and a lot of hard work. And I think hopefully now I can, keep, like I say, pushing on and, keep my foot to the ground. There's no laying up or anything. I've got to keep improving.
Your performance today as well, it wasn't as if you were watching your body or weren't back to full speed. There were a couple of really big challenges in the second half, one especially when I think Sainz was going through. You made a vital intervention as he was trying to sprint past. That must be a good feeling for you to build a bit of trust back on your body, especially against a team that has the pace and power that they do.
Yeah, 100%. Like I say, I'm not used to being injured, so the first thing for me was the confidence in the groin that it was going to be fine to sprint, be fine to strike a ball. So, putting in these challenges and, getting forward, getting back and feeling good was, like you say, a good confidence booster for me.
The performance today, I think it's fair to say, was below the standard that we want it to be. There were a few opportunities for us in the final third that we perhaps didn't make the most of. We could have done a little bit better with. And defensively, the gaffer's just said it's a lack of concentration straight after the break, and then one on the break for Norwich to undo us a second time.
Yeah, I think, last time probably I did interviews after Hull away. I think that game, we had like 15-20% possession. So for me, personally, coming into the team today, there was a lot more control of the ball. I think we had, we worked a lot better. I think the next step is finding that final little bit of clinicalness and just working our way into getting more shots, more crosses, and creating problems in that aspect.
Is that something then that you as players obviously work with Darren and on the game plans as closer than anyone does? Is that progression, that noticeable difference in what you're trying to do, something that you guys are aware of and trying to take on board? Because it's interesting for you to be able to contrast and compare a previous performance to this one today.
Yeah, I think there's definitely been platforms put in place now. I think we started off trying to be more defensively sound, having a bit better of a block, and then now we're looking to be better on the ball, have more control in the game, not just being that defensive block playing the counter attack. So the next step now is keeping the ball, but then also not just keeping it for keeping its sake, just trying to get in and get goals for ourselves. We don't want to just be here to be passengers. We want to go win games.
That's interesting to hear, especially with so many games coming up even before New Year. We've got 2 at home. I think most people assume when everyone has their feet up at this time of year, it's very different for you boys. You'll be back in over the next 2 days, back in on Christmas Day itself, working hard to be as fully prepared for Blackburn and to put this result right at home.
Yeah, 100%. There's no days off. We're in tomorrow recovering. We'll be in Monday preparing, and then the game goes again. I think, like you say, this period isn't a Christmas period, so to speak, for us. It's just a heavy block of games, and we've got to be ready to go again against Blackburn. Otherwise, we'll get caught out.
Jacko, thank you very much for your time, and well done on coming back today.
Cheers, thanks.